In this morning's Health Watch, new recommendations to measure obesity. For many years, doctors have used BMI, body mass index, to decide who qualifies as obese. But now, a new group of experts says that is not actually a good method. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder is editor-at-large for public health at KFF Health News and joins us now. Dr. Gounder, thank you very much for being here. People don't like being told when you do the BMI that they're overweight, like they say I am, or obese for that matter. So this sounds like good news for a lot of folks. What's going on?
So BMI is really looking at how much do you weigh relative to your height. But not every, say, 6-foot man is who has the same weight is obese versus healthy. So some of them may actually be strapping, muscular guys versus somebody who is truly overweight or obese. So we're trying to distinguish between those things.
What is the measurement of BMI, though? How do you calculate it?
It's your weight divided by your height squared. There are calculators for this online to make it a little bit easier. But what we're trying to do is use still the BMI as a first pass screening tool, but then really drill down on who is at risk for medical complications from being overweight or obese.
So how exactly would it work? Because a couple of times I've gotten that pinching thing and I don't like the number. Yeah, I don't like the number. Say, do that again. So how would it work exactly?
No, that's wrong. Do that again, Doc.
Wrong, doctor. So how will they do it now?
Yeah, so again, you still use the BMI as your first pass screening tool, but then you want to drill down on, does this person have preclinical obesity or clinical obesity? So what that means is, do you actually have excess fat? So there are 3 different main ways to measure that. Yeah. One is your waist circumference, or a waist to hip ratio. So if your waist is over 35 inches for a woman or 40 inches for a man, that means you do have excess fat, or are you apple-shaped versus pear-shaped? There are other tests you can use to directly measure body fat. Some older women might be familiar with the DEXA test to assess for bone thinning or osteoporosis. Mm-hmm. That can also be used to measure body fat. And then drilling down further, are you having effects on your activities of daily living, as we call them? So can you climb up and down stairs? If you're not able to because of your weight, that would be clinically obese. Mm-hmm. Do you see damage to your organs, your kidneys, your heart, et cetera, because of your obesity? That would be clinical obesity.
So on the topic of health, the FDA has unveiled that they have a plan to put nutrition labels on the front of food products. Is this going to help us in America?
Which I'm fascinated by, Nate. Is it hard to just turn the bag over? Because they have it on the back.
Most people make that quick decision.
They want to make it easier for you to read. Is it hard to flip it over?
Yeah, but those details are really complicated. Yeah. People have a really hard time interpreting what that actually means. And we have seen in other countries much clearer labeling on the packages actually does help people make better decisions. So the idea here is to label salt, sugar, fat, low, medium, high on the front of the package to make it much easier. Now, these are draft.
I do like that.
You're
so
right.
You won't have all those numbers.
Well, you'll still have it on the back, but to make it super easy when you're shopping. And these are draft rules under the Biden administration. It will be up to the Trump administration to decide whether those are finalized.
Gotcha. But I do like that. Low, medium, high, as opposed to all that.
Much easier.
Like that.
All right, Dr. Celine Gounder, thank you so much.